So I'm getting ready to go to my friend's anniversary party for her business. I figure while I'm getting dressed, why not do the story time? A few days ago, I was on my way to work and, well, let me back up. If you don't know what's been happening in my life lately, I'm gonna just give you a quick little rundown. I basically had some health issues that kind of took me away from my job and what I do as my career, which is a hairstylist. So I had to sit down for a little bit. And during this time of me sitting down, I really had to question a lot of things as far as like the way that my life is going, as far as like how I spend my time, who I spend my time with. All of those questions were coming up, because I had a lot of time just in my thoughts. I like to feel like that I have a really good connection with spirit and God or the higher power, whatever you want to call them. I feel like me and God is like locked in. So, I be talking to God all the time and I be like, what's the direction that my life is going in? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? Where are you taking me to next? Because the way that my life was going, I knew that me doing hair full time was not gonna be able to actually, I wasn't gonna be able to do that for my mental health, my physical health, all of that. I'm like, all right, big God, what you gonna do with me? Like, I'm a person that needs like real physical signs, and I'm like, like give me some type of confirmation. I need to like really like know that what I'm doing and the way that I'm moving is the way you want me to go. After having that little conversation or whatever, I started back work part-time just to see like what my body is capable of doing, right? So I'm on my way to the shop one day and I am not understanding. It's so much traffic this one particular morning. And I'm like, it's normally not traffic on this particular street as I'm going. So I'm confused as to like why it's so much traffic happening. And so I get closer to the end of the road and I realize that it's a bush literally on fire in this parking lot. Police are everywhere, firefighters, they're putting out the fire. And so this whole time I'm having this little crazy little attitude because I'm like, I'm trying to get to work and you like in my way. Y'all in my way. It was cars, everywhere. So long story short, instantly when I seen a bush, I instantly went to the burning bush of Moses. So I'm like, I kind of am familiar with the story, but I had to like go back and actually read the actual story of the burning bush. Later on that evening, I get home and I had a pretty long day. So by the time I got home, I was super exhausted. That day kind of was a wake up call for me because it was a space where I was like, okay, I know like I can't work the same way. My body is literally tired. My blood pressure was sky high. I'm like, yep, I'm getting pushed out of this. So right before that, I had just applied for my real estate school and they had just sent me my acceptance letter. So I'm like, hell yeah, okay, like I'm doing something that I actually have had a passion for. Same way that I did with doing hair. It was something that I'm super interested in. I'm a hell of a creative, so I never like want to limit myself. And I just always am like, I can be doing something. I can be doing more. And that was one of the things that I knew that I could be doing more of. So I had literally just got that acceptance letter like while I was at work. So I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm doing something that I'm supposed to be doing, okay? Next morning, I get up and I'm like, I'm about to look up Moses in a burning bush because it was just resonating so much. I'm like, I seen that and I ran across that for a reason. Like, that's just not something that just happens every day. And for me to be driving to work at that specific time when it was actual bush on fire, like a bush on fire is crazy. So, anyways, I'm like, let me actually like go study this chapter in the Bible. And if I'm not mistaken, it's Exodus 3. Yeah, Exodus 3. So what really struck me in this particular chapter of the Bible was chapter 11. And it basically was Moses asking God, like, who am I? Who am I for you to give me this mission to go tell these people what you want me to tell them? Like, who am I? I'm paraphrasing, but it's like, who am I? Who am I for them to want to listen to me? And God basically was like, you let them know I sent you, okay? You let them know you are Moses and I am God, and I sent you to be a vessel for me. And that struck me because I question my gifts a lot. I question like my purpose a lot. And it's like, as long as you got God walking beside you, don't fear nothing. You cannot fear anything at all. You just have to know that God is by your side and that what you're doing is for a reason and it's for a purpose. You can't question what God is destined to for you to do. Like, if you have a mission that was put on your heart, you're supposed to do it. If you have an idea that was put into your mind, you are supposed to do it. And you're not supposed to question why or how or when or any of that. You're just supposed to do it. And it's like every time you doubt yourself, you setting yourself back. You're setting yourself up for literal failure. And that is not what you're supposed to do. You're literally supposed to just do the work. Do the work. And everything else is going to fall in place. Stop questioning it. Stop doubting it. Just do what you're supposed to do. This is just a message for everybody. I ain't even going to just say one particular. If you got an idea, stop sleeping on it. That's it. Stop sleeping on your ideas. Stop sleeping on your talents. Stop sleeping on your gifts, because you was given that for a reason. And until you actually fulfill those like ideas and those missions that's inside of you, you're literally going to be setting yourself up. You're going to be pushing yourself back. And that's not what we was put here to do. We was literally put here to create. Create. Go out and create magic. Create whatever you want to create, but create it. And then God said, once I get you through this here, once you stop questioning yourself and once you stop doubting yourself, and once you actually complete that mission, I want you to go to the mountain and I want you to praise me. I want you to let your heart and your mouth speak out that it was me who put you and let you and guided you through this phase that you thought that you couldn't even get through. Just so you can know that there is nothing bigger than God. There is nothing more than that what you can do, because God is inside of you. And everything that God has placed inside of you is meant to be there. So when you get to that place where you questioning yourself again and your purpose and why you supposed to do this and who are you supposed to do this and I don't have this and I don't have that to do this, remember, go back to Moses in the burning bush and read that, and you're gonna know who you are. You're gonna know what's inside of you. Okay? So stop doubting yourself, stop questioning yourself, and do the work. And I'm saying all of this because I'm saying this to myself, because it's easy to go into self-doubt. It's easy to go into questioning and wondering, but baby, you ain't got to question about nothing else. Let today be your last day you actually questioning your gifts, okay? Let today be the last day. It's over with. It's over with. because you are the child of the Most High, and you better act like you know that you are, and you better act like you know that you have the gifts that you have inside of you, and you better act like you know you just that. If I ain't teach you anything else, I want to teach you to believe in yourself, to believe that you have the capability to do the supernatural. So remember Moses in that burning bush. When you start questioning yourself, when you start doubting yourself, snap out of it.